YouTube channel. Now today I'm here to tell you the 10 absolute tools, materials, items that you need to start your DIY journey. Now, this is just like a starter kit to kind of get you started, the things you may need while you're doing like even little small stuff around the house. Now, I'm also gonna let you in on a little secret about the next project we're doing, but we're gonna talk about that at the end of the video. And it's a very popular project because I've had at least 3 people ask me how to do it, tools, etc. in the last like 3 weeks. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna catch that up at the end of the video. So the first item that you absolutely need is an electric screwdriver. I know, you have a manual screwdriver and that's cool, they work. But get you an electric screwdriver, girl, okay? Now this one, you can make it electric or manual. It also goes the reverse direction. It also bends. Now I'm not selling you this particular screwdriver. I'm just saying all of the things that an electric screwdriver have the potential to do are 10 times better than a regular size screwdriver. This is the Phillips bit. And I also have like a whole box of other bits that it comes with that fit in here, a flathead, and all the other pieces that come with it. I rarely use many of these, but this is definitely my go-to screwdriver for everything. The number 2 item you need, a drill. This is a DeWalt drill, a little bit on the pricier side. You don't have to get this one. You don't even have to get a Ryobi. I do see that a lot of women get the pink drill from Amazon. Those are really cute. But you need a drill. There are so many things that require you to drill pilot holes. Even hanging stuff on the wall require pilot holes, or you have to put some anchors in. A lot of anchors require you need a drill. Okay. Right now I have a screwdriver bit in here. I did use it as a screwdriver. So I have a whole box of screwdriver bits to go in my drill. Those come into necessity like when I'm building like shelves. When I need some power behind that push. This is not giving that. So I do have screwdriver bits for that. What is a necessity for your drill are drill bits. So make sure you get a set of drill bits if one does not already come with your drill. You need drill bits. That's the necessity part of this drill. Now, because this one can be a screwdriver, does that mean I don't need this? No. Sometimes I don't need all of this. So, 2 separate things: electric screwdriver, drill. The next item that you absolutely need, a utility knife, which also can be a box cutter. This one is just a utility knife because it's DeWalt. It's a little bit more heavy duty. Now, nothing special about it, in my opinion. If you use it for nothing else, you need it to cut down those Amazon boxes, okay? The next item you need is a level. This one goes up to 24 inches. I have a couple that are smaller that go down to more like a foot or 10 inches. And then I have one that's 36 inches. I typically use this one. A level is to make sure you are putting things on straight. Whether you're putting something on the wall straight, whether you're attaching something to something else and you want to make sure it's straight. And it has 3 different levels on levelers, pieces, floaty things on there that you can turn in different directions depending on the direction of the item you're checking. And it has a little bubble on there. Pretty sure you can't see it from there, but it has lines, and the purpose is to make sure the bubble is inside of those lines. That tells you that this item is straight. Now go, do what you're gonna do with it. But they go in different directions depending on whatever you're leveling, where it aligns. The next item is wood glue. This may sound like a small anything, but you need wood glue. Sometimes things don't need nails, they just need wood glue. Sometimes things need wood glue and nails for that extra strength. And this is Gorilla Glue. It says it's ultimate, but I ultimate and regular. I don't particularly see the biggest difference in them, but needless to say, you need wood glue. Especially if you plan on working on wood projects, sometimes you need this reinforcement in addition to nails. Now, to follow up this wood glue, what else you need are clamps. These hold the wood in place while they're drying from glue, or in order to nail something together. So I have them in 2 different sets, and I don't know why I didn't get these sooner, but I got them recently when I was building some bookshelves. but these are a necessity. They held the wood for me together at its tightest position while I had glue on there to dry, and then I held them together to nail them together. So definitely gonna need these if you plan on doing any woodwork. Now the next two things are pretty basic, pretty duh girl, but tape measure. You need a tape measure. So if nothing else, to measure your area before you buy some furniture to make sure it can fit in that space. To measure your wood twice, cut once. Measure your wood 3 times. I measure so many times because wood is expensive, okay? I have like 3 tape measures. I always keep one in the house because I'm always sitting down and thinking about a project. I'm like, I want to look this up, but let me see what the measurements of it are real quick. So, tape measure. A couple. Keep a couple. Now, this one, like I said, pretty obvious. It's a hammer. If you've never touched a tool before, we all know what a hammer does, okay? But it's a necessity. You need it. Hammer. The next item are sanding blocks. These sanding blocks, so they say most sanding blocks tell you what the use of them is based on their grit. So this is 120 grit. It says prepare. This one is 80 grit. It says remove. So for instance, prepare, like if I want to paint a wood nightstand and I need to take the shine off, or I need to prepare it to paint. I'm gonna use this sander. If it has like a film on there that I need to take off to paint it, then I'm gonna use this sander. Now the thing I like about this particular brand, Gator brand, is that you can rinse them out or reuse it as long as, of course, you know, there's still sanding still on here. And probably the most popular reason you need a sander is to fill when you fill a hole. You might have taken out a picture or moved something or whatever. You have a hole, or you might have been carrying something up the stairs and accidentally put a hole in the wall. You fill that hole, you need a sander. Sanders, keep sanders in the house. And I guess with that, you should also keep a small thing of spackle in the house. Spackle, sand, paint. Now I know I'm doing this one last, but it's probably the #1 most important item, and I'm actually really bad at it. Safety. Safety glasses. You need these. Really bad about wearing them. Mask. I keep a pack of these. You need these. Mask. If you're using a strong scented paint, which most paint doesn't really have a scent anymore, but you know, anything with a strong scent, sanding something, cutting wood, you need these. Protection. Knee pads. I've used these while I'm doing flooring or while I'm changing low electrical outlets. Knee pads. And lastly, electrical gloves. I'm really bad about wearing these. Most of my videos, you probably will see me without them on. I do shut all the power off, so I'm not really like nervous about not having them on, but I should be wearing them regardless because you never know. Electrical gloves. You plan on changing some light fixtures, changing some light switches, you need these. And I have an honorable mention. It didn't quite make it into my top 10, but I do think it's an important item. A stud finder. You need a stud finder. Whether you're hanging a heavy picture or a heavy shelf or whatever, you need a stud finder because you need to know whether you need anchors or not. Will this shelf be able to hold up on this wall? You need to know. And whether it has a stud or not is what determines that. Now this isn't a fancy stud finder, it's just a regular stud finder. And it also finds like if it has electrical wire in that area. So this one does that. I also have one that attaches to the wall that is like a laser and a stud finder in one. It's cool, it's great actually. Not a big necessity though. Stud finder and a level separately are fine. So you absolutely need this stud finder. All right, so that's my top 10 items that every woman needs in their DIY kit, plus an honorable mention. Now that you've stayed to the end, we'll talk about the project that we're gonna work on next week. And that project is an accent wall. I have one in the basement that I'm gonna do, and it has been a hot topic, okay? I didn't realize they cost so much for other people to do, but people's prices are their prices. So if you want one and you don't wanna pay people's prices, do it yourself. So I'm gonna give you my tips and tricks and what I use and how I go about doing an accent wall. I've never known how much they cost because I've always do them myself. But I've had a few people ask me in the last few weeks like how to do it, what materials they need, XYZ. So I've walked a couple people through it. One I know absolutely did it and it came out great. So stay tuned to next week, and we're gonna work on a accent wall, okay? All right, thanks for sticking around for my video. I will see you next week. Bye, girl.